60 seconds.
Hey, has anybody seen my herbal ecstasy tablets? Don't bogart those, man. That's all I got. I got a big rave to go to tonight.
So I was making a...
Hey, welcome. I'm Raul. Congratulations on successfully installing the game. The next thing you know, you'll be hacking into the Pentagon. How many people do we have playing? Did I really need to be here for one player? I mean, one player. Hey, great. Oh, yeah. Hey, I need to know if you want to play a game with 21 questions or a game with 7 questions. All right, got it. No problem.
30 seconds.
Thespian.
All right, remember, your buzzer is B, as in brick cheese.
Okay.
Want to be the donut king?
20
So we're
seconds.
trying to put on a show here. You're really becoming a distorted. I'm going to have to ask you to...
Ah, man, I can't believe we're at 20 already. Hey, when you know an answer, buzz in. If you don't, don't. But if you buzz, you only got a few seconds to pick one of the choices or you're going to lose cash, all right?
10 seconds.
Good luck.
9, 8, 7.
Okay, let's get rid of that desktop.
4.
You deserve it.
Okay, go to
Ice.
black.
Paid for by the National Ice Board. Not affiliated with the National Water Council or the National Association for the Advancement of Water Vapor.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Welcome to You Don't Know Jack TV. My name is Schmitty, and I want to be the first to congratulate you for dragging yourself away from the idiot box for a minute so that you could sit in front of a computer game by yourself. Okay, well, you're playing by yourself this time around, huh? Hey, don't worry about it. I do it all the time. Okay, let's go. Give me a category.
And now, climbing up the charts all the way to number 1.
Let's take a look at why did God make so many sick people? $3,000 for this one. Okay, you know that show Saint Elsewhere, right? Well, say Saint Elsewhere is overwhelmed with patients and the staff prays to God for help. If God sends the patron saint of the TV industry to assist, what will audiences see on the show? Saint Joseph scrubbing up, Saint Patrick performing open heart surgery, Saint Gabriel delivering a baby, or Saint Eligius filling in charts. Yeah, I know. St. Eligius is actually the name of the hospital on St. Elsewhere. Next time, listen to me when I read the question. Here's the one the winners pick. The patron saint of the television industry is St. Gabriel. Man, he must have really pissed somebody off because he used to get those cool diplomatic jobs like telling Mary about being pregnant with Jesus, but these days he's just a PR lackey who's got to answer for that whole Urkel thing. All right, pick a category. All right, give it up for Save It, Spend It, or Sag It. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Okay, imagine that you made it to the voting round on America's Funniest Home Videos. If your video of getting hit in the privates by a bowling ball finishes behind a video of a goat nuzzling a man's privates, what might you do with your second place prize? Buy a nude. On the TV show, Bob Saget awards $10,000 to the first place winner, $3,000 to the second place, and $2,000 to the third. And I hope you were listening carefully, because that'll be the only time you hear the phrases Bob Saget, TV, and awards in the same sentence. Throw me a category.
We're losing him,
On my
Doctor.
count. 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
For your viewing pleasure, addicted to soap. $2,000 for a correct answer. Okay, this here is a fill in the blank, so get ready to start typing because I'm telling you, this is driving me crazy. I cannot think of the name of this TV show. You gotta help me out. It's a soap opera that first aired on ABC for like 5 years. All the action takes place in this creepy town called Collinsport, Maine. They had a remake of the show in the early 90s. The main character is this really old vampire. You gotta know this. Let me show you what you should have typed in. Dark Shadows, that weird soap opera that was on ABC from 1966 to 71. It was all about Barnabas Collins, that blood-sucking old vampire that lived in that big mansion in Collinsport. It was the first and so far only occult soap opera, although some people believe that Erica Kane on All My Children is really a witch, unless I misheard them. Time to pick a category.
Spotless window, shining floor, do it all with number 4.
Today's specialties include the infinite tele-universe. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. So, you know how the crew of the Starship Enterprise is supposed to seek out strange new worlds, right? Well, if while exploring the universe, the folks from Star Trek, a different world refers to the mostly black Hillman College. I wonder if Spock's working on giving Denise Cosby the old Vulcan mind meld. Or at least some kind of meld. You know what I'm saying? All righty. Hey, bless Smut with Dime Store.
It's time for a gibberish.
Take a look at this gibberish category. Attacked by the alphabet. This question's going to start out at 5,000 big ones. Now here's the deal. The more time you take, the less cash you get. All right, listen up and tell me, what phrase does this rhyme with? Letter, wronger, blaster. And don't get... This could do it. Type in your answer. Okay, if Steve Austin is so much to brag about, how come they had to build him a girlfriend? Category, please.
Tonight's topic, 6 in the workplace.
Here we have, you're a big fat what? Get this one right, you get $1,000. Okay, imagine you're a teacher and you're having a really bad day. You tell your students to bear with you because you're becoming a bit frazzled. Well, one little boy thinks you said, I'm becoming a big fraggle, and he begins to freak out. Why? Fraggles are those little frizzy-haired Muppets that live in the hole in the wall, otherwise known as Fraggle Rock. I had a teacher just like that in grade school. She lost her job when they found out she was a sock. Give me a category.
Question 7 is dedicated to the men and women of trivia.
Coming at you. Take a deep breath before picking this question. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. You know, some people have been telling me I should get into commercials. I've been practicing some skills, and, well, let me run this by you, see what you think. Hi, my name is Schmitty. I make a great spokesperson for your product. I do absolutely positively anything for cash. Hell, check out the gig I got now. Besides, you never get to see my face here. And let me tell you, I'm nothing to sneeze at. A lot of people tell me I'm quite a hell of a looker. You must know the truth, and I know somebody could use me to sell jeans or cologne or whatever my agent can swing my way. Wow! Based on their past ad campaign, who would most likely hire me? Oh, my God. Isuzu, Smith Barney, Snapple, or Federal Express. Oh, I'm sweating.
You lose money the old-fashioned way. You stink.
Here's the one you didn't pick. Back in the 80s, FedEx did a bunch of extremely popular ads featuring an actor who could speak 450 words a minute. That guy must have had a very fast tongue and a lot of girlfriends. Throw me a category.
Join us as we explore the fascinating world of 8.
Shake hands with I've seen the future of dating. You get it right, you get $2K. Ready? Catch this. Say Maya from Space 1999 goes on the dating game to find a boyfriend. Considering their common unique ability, which bachelor should Maya pick? Bachelor number 1, Captain Marvel. Bachelor number 2, Manimal. Bachelor number 3, Viper. Or Jim Lang, the host. That's not it. Should have picked this one. Both Maya from Space 1999 and Jonathan Chase from Manimal can change into animals. So after their date, when they tell you they were running like crazed weasels, it's probably true. All right, pick a category.
Refill your tank and check your number 9.
May I introduce, I guess you don't know the way to San Jose. You give me a right answer, I'll give you $3,000. Pencils ready, let's do it. Which of these places would the arrows on the famous signpost from MASH not help you find? See, you always think that any answer with a wiener in it is right, don't you? Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? That MASH signpost does not have an arrow pointing to Bangkok. But listen, if you go down the road, take a left, go straight for 2 miles, there's a Korean gas station attendant who can get you some great takeout from Peking. You just tell him Schmitty sent you. Category, please.
The following is a test of question 10. This is only a test.
I believe this one is called Who's the Moonlighter? I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Here's the question. Suppose there were a prequel to Who's the Boss based upon Tony Maselli's career before he became a domestic servant to Angela Bauer. What would be the most appropriate title? Who is the teacher? Who's the baseball player? Who's the CEO? Or who's the crook? That's what you get for stealing cable. I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. Before he became a domestic servant, Tony Maselli played second base for the St. Louis Cardinals. And if you need any more proof that baseball is a slow game, why don't you ask Tony how long it took him to get to second base with Angela? Hey, you're halfway there. Let's see what happens in round 2. Now, in round 2, every question is worth twice as much, so there's going to be some big cash moving around. Let's get to it. Time to pick a category. And our special guest tonight, Double Down. If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. All right, imagine the Doublemint Gum people are filming a new Double Your Pleasure commercial, but they can't seem to find the right twins to cast. If the Doublemint people decide to hire only sitcom characters that are played by 2 different actors, which of the following characters will be left out of the commercial? Darren Stevens from Bewitched, Chris Partridge from The Partridge Family, Fred Mertz from I Love Lucy, or Becky Connor from Roseanne? Well, that'll look nice on the mantle. William Frawley was the only actor to play the crusty but lovable Fred Mertz. And I just said crusty butt, didn't I? The category is, I'm blanking. One right answer and you got $6,000 coming at you. Okay, how about this? Did you know that Jackie Gleason didn't like to rehearse? He preferred to wing it when the cameras rolled. Jackie Gleason had a signal for his fellow actors on The Honeymooners to let them know if he forgot a line. Now, if you didn't know the signal, what might you think he was telling you? Hang 10, dude. Pull my finger. I've got something stuck in my nose. Or, I'm hungry. When Jackie Gleason forgot his lines, he'd rub his stomach. Originally, it was going to be rubbing his stomach and patting his head, but it didn't work out. Throw me a category.
15!
The category? Lines down the center of the room. We're talking 6K here, so pay attention. Okay, let's say you've just gotten back from traveling in an alternate universe. Stick with me. You arrive home and you turn on the TV. You think you're watching The Odd Couple, but you've unknowingly turned on The New Odd Couple. Why might you think you're still in an alternate universe? Oscar's clean, Felix is messy, Felix is an ex-soldier, Oscar's a hippie, Felix and Oscar are black, or it's about Felix and a goofy guy named Belky. Here's Wrongy. Let me show you what I would have picked. The New Odd Couple starred Ron Glass and DeMond Wilson. It even used a few original Odd Couple scripts, so I could see how you might get confused. Man, poor DeMond Wilson. First he's in The Junkyard in Sanford and Son, then he's Oscar, the messy one. How'd you like to be typecast as the trashy guy? All right, pick a category.
I remember growing up on the mountain and sharing my bedroom with 14.
Well, what do we have here? The Board of Regis. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Hey, kids, it's howdy doody time. Suppose Regis Philbin starts up a new production company. If he wants to name it in the same way that Oprah Winfrey named her company, what should it be called? R&P Productions. Oprah's company is called Harpo Productions because Harpo is Oprah spelled backwards. And look at that, Siger is Regis spelled backwards. Why do these people's names sound more normal when they're pronounced backwards? Give me a category. Hey, smart move, my friend. You just got your hands on a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat is, please, Hammer, don't amuse them. Now, I'm going to read off 7 show titles, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a comedy or an actual show about home repair. And hey, I'm ready if you are. Give me 30 seconds on that clock. And we're off. Full House, comedy or home repair? This Old House. House of Buggin'. House Calls. Delta House. Home Improvement. One more. That does it. 3 right, 4 wrong. Why do I bother sometimes? Well, don't worry about it. I don't... Category, please. For your enjoyment, because I'm sure the public gives a crap. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. And now, your question. Say Phil Donahue hosts a show about his own marriage. Given his wife's most famous TV role, what would make the best title of the show? The Bionic Woman is my woman. I really do love Lucy. I married that girl. Or Alice lives with me now. In 1980, talk show pioneer Phil Donahue married that girl, Marlo Thomas. Of course, the show would probably get higher ratings if it were titled, I Married That Razor Blade Wielding, Leather Wearing, Three-Armed Transsexual Girl. Time. This category is known as TV on your back. How does $4,000 grab you? Buff up your brains, folks. I'm going to show you a list of names that go in a sequence. All you have to do is tell me what names go in the blanks. Here we go. Steve Allen, Jack Lescoulie, blank, blank, Jay Leno. Is it Johnny Carson, David Letterman, Jack Parr, Johnny Carson, Joan Rivers, or Dick Cavett, Johnny Carson? Can we talk? Looks like we stumped the band. We're talking host of NBC's The Tonight Show. In order, Steve Allen, Jack Lescoulie, Jack Parr, the king of late night Johnny Carson, and Jay Leno. Now, who's going to come after Jay? Well, I'm available. All right, I need a category.
You know what? You're playing great. I'll stop bugging you now. You know what? Actually, just one more question. Question 18.
Open wide and get ready for take another quantum leap of my heart, baby. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Eyes forward, we're going. Say you're getting it on with Sam from Quantum Leap. Oh, be still my heart. Considering the phrase Sam says to close each show, what might be his exclamation of choice as he gets more and more excited? Oh, boy. Zoinkers! Look out! Or, ah, hell. Sam says, oh, boy, every time he realizes what body he's leapt into, and that just happens to be at the end of every show. Yeah, better he shout, oh, boy, than some other woman's name. Believe you me. All right, pick a category. We're calling this one, There's Pepsi All Over These Seats. How does $2,000 sound? Now come on, this TV advertising thing has gone way too far. Let's say they've even started sponsoring the studio audience. Based on the audience's famous nickname, which company would most likely sponsor the audience of the kids' show Howdy Doody? The audience at the Howdy Doody show is called the Peanut Gallery. Perfect title for a Planters Peanuts ad campaign. What time is it, kids?
It's Planters Peanuts and Planters Package Nut Assortment's Howdy Doody time!
Throw me a category. This one's called, What Did You Mean By That? 4K coming your way for a right answer. Okay, for this one, you have to pretend you're really stupid. Say you tune into each of the following sitcoms for the first time and hear these characters' famous catchphrases. Which character might you think works for NASA's Mission Control? Peg Bundy from Married with Children, Ralph Cramden from The Honeymooners, Urkel from Family Matters, or Archie Bunker from All in the Family? Good old Ralphie boy frequently threatens to send his wife Alice flying into space when he says, "To the moon, Alice!" So you might think that Ralph works for Mission Control, and if you're that stupid, you probably also think that Jackie Gleason is just a cheap imitation of that amazing actor, Fred Flintstone. Give me a category. You're about to embark upon the attack. Well, someone's in a big hurry to get to the attack. I wonder if you could find the time to look at this clue. Who'll supply the pocket protectors? Now push up your horn-rimmed glasses and get to work. Way to go, my friend. Like I always say, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose as long as you get to play with yourself. Now get the hell away from the computer, will ya? Because
You don't know Jack.
That's a wrap, folks. Give yourselves a little pat on the back. And Raul, are we doing another one of these?
Holy mackerel, did you expect to see your name up there on the high scoreboard like that? Probably not the way you played. If you want to play again, let me know.
Dogs sniff crotches too.
Come on, boys. Hey, where's that little weenie intern at? Hey, go get everybody and tell them we're... Ooh. Oh, okay. Hey, everybody, come on. We're in action. We are rolling. We're going back into the game.
all right, I need a category.
Question 1 is taped before a live studio audience.
Let's see what we got going. Anything for a vote. You're looking at $3,000 on this one. All right, let's imagine that Bill Clinton goes absolutely nuts and decides that everything he needs to know about running the country, he can learn from TV. If President Clinton were to follow the example of the president on the 80s sitcom Hail to the Chief, what would he have to do? Clone himself, get a sex change operation, become black, or become 40 years younger? No. Why didn't you pick this one? On that show, Hail to the Chief, the president is played by Patty Duke. So aside from becoming a transsexual, Bill would also have to become really, really perky. Category, please. Let's have a big warm welcome for This Is Not Your Father's Government Job. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. See what you can do with this one. If David Duchovny were to model his X-Files character Agent Mulder after the DEA agent he played on another show, what would he do on the job? Bake Cancer Man a cherry pie, borrow an outfit from Scully, use the cell phone in his shoe, or amuse the aliens with a soft shoe routine? What the hell are you thinking? The correct answer is... Before he was Agent Mulder, David Duchovny played the cross-dressing DEA agent Dennis/Denise on Twin Peaks. And hey, look at it this way. If he gets fired from the DEA for cross-dressing, he can always go to work for the Clinton administration. Time to pick a cat.
We're losing him,
On my
Doctor.
count. 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
All right, give it up for I Want to Be a Bald Millionaire. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. So everyone wants to be like Mike, right? Well, suppose you want to be like TV's Dr. Mike. What do you aspire to be? A doctor on a cruise ship, a frontier woman doctor, a doctor living in Alaska, or a doctor working in a coroner's office? Ouch! You're going to have to treat yourself for that northern exposure, Doc. Does this ring a bell? You want to be like Dr. Michaela Mike Quinn, medicine woman. So for all you guys out there, just don't perform the sex change operation on yourself, okay? Throw me a category.
Hey.
Let's take a look at Before Stimpy and Scratchy. I'm going to give away $3,000 this time. All right, pay attention. I'm going to say this one time because it's hard to do. The year is 1929, and in order for RCA engineers to focus their cameras under the intense heat of the lights, a 12-inch statuette of one of America's favorite cartoon cats is broadcast for hours on end. What fun! Woo. Okay, now, considering the cartoon cat that was used as TV's first test pattern, what might you hear kids say after watching the figure for hours?
I'll bet Jerry will whack him any moment now. No lisp, no yellow bird. This sucks. When's he gonna exit stage left already?
Or,
where's his magical bag of tricks?
The cat with the magical bag of tricks is Felix the cat. Man, Felix is without his bag of tricks. He's as stiff as a statue of an eternity, and the professor in Rock Bottom still can't catch him. Now that's a cat! Give me a category. All right, don't freak out on me or nothing, but you're about to jump headfirst into a Dis or Dat. This Dis or Dat's category name is This Goes Far Beyond Pat. Okay, I'm going to read off 7 character names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a male or a female. As each one pops up, if it's a male, you press 1. If it's a female, well, someone's done this before. Here's your 30 seconds. Let's do it. Toby Gillis, male or female? Fibber McGee. DJ Tanner. Bat Masterson. 6 Lemure. Nurse Curly Spalding. Last one. That's all 7. So you got 5 right. How's it feel to be just about average? Let's see your new score. Now, come on. Every little bit helps. All right, pick a cat.
Tonight's topic, 6 in the workplace.
Shake hands with Primetime is happy hour around my house. $1,000 if you get it. Let me get this straight. You put gin and tonic in a gin and tonic, right? Well then, what would you most likely put in a cocktail called a gin? Peach schnapps and Jack Benny's sidekick, vermouth, Genie's dog and olives, sour mix, Barney Rubble's son and lemon, or Speed Racer's ape friend and lime juice. Genie's magical little puppy is named Gin. Yeah, one time after too many gins, I dressed up in my genie outfit and I tried looking all over town for somebody to call master. You know, boy, I gotta keep that to myself. Time to pick a category. Ordered.
Don't you? Got him ordered.
Tonight. Savory.
I love you, question 7.
Here we have things that are pyramids. $2,000 for correct answer. All right, folks, it's time for the You Don't Know Jack Pyramid. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to read off all the things that I can think of that are in this one category. You ready? The Price is Right. Name that tune. The Joker's Wild. A Hot Potato. The $25,000 Pyramid. Down You Go. I've Got a Secret. Yeah, you got it. That's right. They're all things hosted by Bill Cullen. This guy has hosted more game shows than anyone. Oh, I'm so glad you got that one. This is so much fun playing along. You know, trying to help rather than just kick you when you're down. Category. And our special guest tonight, it's worse when Alex Trebek chides you. You get it right, you get 2K. So, you know how some game shows use these evil little characters to signify that you've just lost all your money? Because the bad guy mentioned is not a game show villain, which of the following would you not hear a TV game show host say? There's no game show monkey out there in TV land. I mean, besides Bob Eubanks. Coming at you. Who? $1,000 at stake on this one. Now, you do know what an acronym is, right? Like radar and scuba and laser and all that, right? Okay, well, the name of the time machine on Doctor Who is an acronym. The letters stand for time and relative dimensions in space. Now, what's the name of the time machine? Hey, no fair peeking. Is it the TARDIS? The Time Lord's time machine is called the TARDIS. Which, coincidentally, was my nickname in junior high school. All right, pick a category. May I introduce, does that involve removal of the skirt? How does $2,000 sound? Okay, free your mind. If the Beatles were to rewrite one of their songs to honor the show Operation Petticoat, which song would they most likely sing? Ken Berry Fields Forever? I Want to Hold Your Hooter? I Am the Walnut? Or the Pink Submarine? No, you're probably thinking of Hooterville in Petticoat Junction, right? Because what else could you have been thinking of? What do you say we check out the right answer? Operation Petticoat is about a group of army nurses aboard a pink submarine. So the Beatles would change Yellow Submarine to Pink Submarine. And since Jamie Lee Curtis is one of the nurses, I'd say Hard Day's Night would also be appropriate. That'll do it for round 1. What do you say we move on to round 2? Don't forget, everything in round 2 is worth double. Give me a category.
11, come on, girl. Good question.
For your viewing pleasure, epic poetry and graphic violence. This one can get you $6,000. Hey, did they make you read Beowulf in high school, too? You remember that gory old poem about the guy named Beowulf who fights the monster named Grendel? You like how I did that without making you feel stupid? Suppose in Beowulf's further adventures, he encounters Grendel from the 60s TV show of the same name. Considering who played Grendel, which of these might be part of the poem? Beowulf drowning Shirley Booth, Beowulf pulling Imogen Coca's arms off, Beowulf decapitating Dabney Coleman, or Beowulf hewing Ava Gabor in two. Imogen Coca starred as Grendel, a hard-working office temp in the show Grindle. And you know, if Imogene Coca could handle working with Sid Caesar, then I think it's Beowulf who's in for the ass-kicking, not her. Throw me a category. I believe this one is called 8 Arms to Hold You. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. So did you know that on the Addams Family, Wednesday has a pet spider? Ew. Wednesday's spider shares its name with a famous cartoon character. If the spider spoke in that character's voice, what might he say if you stepped on him? Oh, yabba dabba doo! Exit stage right. Or spoo! I don't care what the other children say, you'll always be my favorite. For the curious, here's the right answer. Wednesday's spider on the Addams Family is named Homer, as in Homer Simpson. Hey, can you imagine what would happen if they combined the two characters?
Bart, stop pulling the legs off your father.
Time to pick a category.
15!
Today's specialties include, where do you go after busting heads? You want $6,000? Give me your right answer. Hey, do you remember the premise for the short-lived 70s show Sarge? Because it might help. On Sarge, George Kennedy played a cop who gave up his crime-fighting job for a new career. If he had held the two jobs at the same time, what would we have seen him do on the show? Shooting criminals and giving them last rites, shooting criminals and embalming the bodies, shooting criminals and burying the bodies, or shooting criminals and sewing up the wounds. Samuel Cavanaugh, the main character in Sarge, was a cop turned Catholic priest. Say 5 Hail Marys and eat lead, my son of a bitch! All right, I need a category. Yeah, chest strut fits dime whore.
It is time for a difficult question.
Your gibberish category for today is Big Fat Lies. You move fast, you can get $10,000 on this gibberish question. All right, listen up. Every second and a half, some of that cash is going to disappear. So if you want to win big, you got to move quick. All right, then get ready and tell me, what phrase does this rhyme with? Nay, Trump? Then who took some? And don't let that punctuation fool you. Now's the time to type in your answer. Oh, well, look at you. Aren't you the nasty one? Hey, old man, come here. Take a look at this.
What? Oh, man.
Look at that. Yeah, see that?
Man.
They're typing in naughty words.
Man, same to you.
That's right. You know what we're going to do to you? We're going to download a virus into your computer. What's going to happen every time you try to open a document, you're going to play You Don't Know Jack. Old man, give it to him.
Okay, here we go.
Old man, all you did was take away their money.
Sorry, Smitty.
We do that every time.
I know. I hit the wrong button. Hold on.
Careful, there's wires.
There we go.
No,
press the button.
Old man, that's the wrong button. Oh! Oh, well, that's just fine, old man.
Sorry about that.
Nice.
I know, the same old thing happened that time.
Is that the best you could think of?
I know, I'm under pressure. I got it. I'll press this button.
Don't touch any button. Don't touch any button. No! Nice. You've done exactly the same thing we've done in every other... Get out of the booth. Get out of the booth. Let's get back to the game.
Hey, how come your wieners are so much bigger than mine?
Because mine are ballpark Franks. Nay, Trump, then who took some?
Oh, yeah, they plump all right. They get almost as big as Donald Trump's wallet. Category, please. Well, what do we have here? Newsflash dancing. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. All right, listen to the sound of my voice. Imagine that you're at a Bruce Hornsby concert, and he's about to invite a special guest star on stage to help him sing his hit song, That's Just the Way It Is. Because he used a catchphrase similar to That's Just the Way It Is on his newscast, what might you expect to see on stage? Walter Cronkite ended his newscast with the phrase, and that's the way it is. Then the cameras would go off, and Mr. That's the Way It Is would hop up on his desk, rip off his tie, and show the funky crew members how it really was, baby. Give me a category. Open wide and get ready for Sticks and Stones. If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Live from New York, buzz in and type the correct answer when you think you know it. You ready? Go. Jane, you ignorant blank. Go for it.
Survey says.
Next time, think about typing this. On Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update, Dan Aykroyd responds to Jane Curtin with the phrase, "Jane, you ignorant slut." Of course, this trend was established by Walter Cronkite's nightly sign-off of, "And that's the way it is, sluts." Throw me a category. This category is known as slippery when dead. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Okay, I'm sure you'll remember from his big late 80s rock and roll hit that John Bon Jovi is a what? A cowboy. That's right, on a steel horse he rides. Why? Because he's wanted, man. Dead or alive. Yeah. If bounty hunter Josh Randall from Wanted Dead or Alive were after John Bon Jovi, which actor would get to test Bon Jovi's loaded six-string? Pete Burns, Rutger Hauer, Steve McQueen, or John Walsh? Rutger Hauer. No, he's the bounty hunter's great-grandson in the 1980s movie. You see, this is a game about TV, not movies. That's a whole other question pack. And if you haven't tried it yet, please do. It's a lot of fun. Okay, now, here's a good answer. If Bon Jovi has a price on his head, Steve McQueen will play the bounty hunter with an empty pocket.
Nice six-string.
Nice sawed-off carbine.
Go for it.
All right, pick a cat. Let's have a big warm welcome for Of Pop Music and Green Slime. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Hey, do you remember that Nickelodeon show You Can't Do That on Television? Do you remember when singer Alanis Morissette was a cast member? On You Can't Do That on Television, certain words trigger a shower of slime. Based on its title, which of Alanis' songs should play after someone gets slimed? That green slime on You Can't Do That on Television gets triggered by the words, I don't know. So, Mavis, what's up with this Alanis Morissette anyway?
I don't know.
Oh, what is that? Oh, you said the word. Oh. All right, I need a...
Minty cool, minty fresh 19.
The category is, yes, TV includes PBS. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Hey, check this out. Our crew here is going to reenact one of their favorite bits from Masterpiece Theater. Take it, my friends.
Good show, Bellamy. I'll have the butler get us another sherry.
Nice one, Rose. Here's another.
Which top-rated PBS series is being reenacted? Rich Man, Poor Man, Upstairs, Downstairs, Mary Hartman, or Marco Polo? Rich Man, Poor Man. That's kind of ironic, wouldn't you say? Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. Upstairs, Downstairs is the British show that depicts the lives of the wealthy class living upstairs and the servant class living downstairs, all under one roof.
Who's doing all that bloody running up and down the stairs?
Category, please.
Question 20 now concludes its broadcast day.
This one's called, when they say edited for TV, they mean it. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Hey, imagine this. If Richard Chamberlain were to consolidate two of his most famous roles in TV miniseries, what character would you find him playing? A samurai priest, a rich immigrant Texas rancher, a slave-trading battleship commander, or a Civil War general fighting aliens? If that's the way you want it. So you don't lose any sleep over it. My close personal friend, Dick Chamberlain, starred in two of the biggest all-time miniseries as an English samurai in Shogun and a tortured Australian priest in The Thornbirds. So he kills people, but he's racked with guilt about it. Time to pick a kid. One Jack attack coming right up. Hope you enjoy this clue. Those guys got theme. Now it's time to see what you got. didn't have any competition, because then everybody would know that.
You don't know Jack!
Nice work, people. Congratulate yourselves. We pulled off another one. Hey, Raul, can we go home or are we playing another one of these?
How many Last Suppers does this guy get?
Congratulations, Blair, for filling in an open slot on the high scoreboard. Really challenging, wasn't it? Kind of like trying to find your way out of a phone booth. If you'd like to play another game, just give me the word. Ooh, hey, somebody get Cookie out of his trailer. We're doing another game. Okay, everybody, we're not out of the woods yet. We're going again. Come on, let's go.
Throw me a category.
Question 1 is taped before a live studio audience.
We're calling this one, why yes, that is a rocket in my pocket. $2,000 for correct answer. Forward march. Suppose the Persian Gulf War's Scud Stud appeared as a contestant on Studs. Which newscaster might end up heading home with a hot date? Arthur Kent, Peter Arnett, Wolf Blitzer, or Bernard Shaw? That yummy little hunk of a reporter, Arthur Kent, earned the nickname the Scud Stud during his Gulf War coverage.
And as the winning couple, we're sending you on a date to wonderful Iraq.
Oh, hell. All right, pick a category. The category? A prisoner in my own pants. You get this one right, you get 3,000 greenbacks. Hey, do you remember that 60s TV sci-fi show, The Prisoner? Considering how the village in The Prisoner is guarded, which of the following schoolyard games would have best trained number 6 for escape? Red light, green light, leapfrog, hopscotch, or dodgeball?
1, 2, 3.
You want to see what the smart money says? The village is guarded by large floating balls that go after anyone who tries to escape. Yeah, it's really comforting to know that the physical and emotional hell beating I took every Thursday in gym class really was educational. Give me a category.
This is question 3.
Let's see what we got going. Affectionate names we call our loved ones. I got $2,000 says you don't know this one. You know how when Homer Simpson is talking to Bart, he'll usually say, "Hey, boy." Well, imagine that when Homer calls, "Hey, boy," Bart doesn't answer, but another TV character shows up. Who would most likely respond to Homer's call? The sidekick from the Cisco Kid, the servant from Have Gun Will Travel, the villain from the Wild Wild West, or the helper from Fantasy Island? I think it's time we started seeing other people. Why didn't you pick this one? Hey Boy is the servant at the hotel where Paladin stays on Have Gun Will Travel. Yeah, I wish my dad would have called me Hey Boy when I was growing up instead of Hey You. It would have cleared up a lot of confusion when I hit puberty. I hate him. Time to pick a category. For your enjoyment, not counting Fox, that is, I'm going to make this one $1,000. Okay, everybody knows that the 3 major networks are ABC, NBC, and CBS. But do you know what they stand for? What is the only word you'll find in each of the names of the networks ABC, CBS, and NBC? And in case seeing the question is any help to you, company? Well, isn't this sweet? The American Broadcasting Company, the Columbia Broadcasting System, and the National Broadcasting Company all have the same middle name. Now, if anybody can tell me what the hell a peacock and a big old eye have to do with anything, I'll buy him a TV dinner. Category, please. For your viewing pleasure, I pee freely. How does $2,000 sound? All right, what's with the crank phone calls? Somebody keeps calling here wanting to talk to Hugh Jass. My name is Josh Schmitzenstein, not Hugh Jass. Anyway, instead of Prince Albert in a can, imagine a crank caller asks for Frank Pembleton in the box. To where should this call be directed? The police office from Homicide, the jailhouse on the Andy Griffith Show, the stage of That's Incredible, or the Ed Sullivan Theater. Hey, that's incredible! I can't believe it! I told them that no one would be dumb enough to pick this one, but you did! Wow, you are amazing! Here's the one the winners pick. Detective Frank Pembleton can be found interrogating suspects in the box on Homicide. So, they better let Frank out because I hear his refrigerator is running. Oh, wait. Oh, darn it. Always mess that up. All right, I need a... Well, look what you just happened upon, my little friend. You got yourself a this or dat. The category for this this or dat question is tonight on a very special match game. My friend, I am going to read off 7 titles for you, and for every one of them, I want you to tell me if the show is a game show or a sitcom. Okay, you've been through this. I'm just going to put your 30 seconds on the clock then. Let the games begin. What's my line? What's happening? What's going on? Anything for money. Anything for love. Spades. Last one. That'll do it. Hey, good work. You only missed one. That's nothing to feel bad about. Let's look at your new total. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, let's throw me a category. Order.
Don't you? Got him ordered.
Tonight, savory.
I love you, question 7.
And our special guest tonight from the wrong side of the laugh track. You get it right, I'm giving you $1,000. All right, listen up. Let's say that on an episode of MASH, that eternal joker Hawkeye gets one of those annoying little toys that laughs all the time. Because of the special policy about laugh tracks on MASH, into which part of the camp would Hawkeye not be allowed to bring his laughing toy? The chapel, the operating room, Colonel Potter's office, or the shower? Here's the one you didn't pick. If you listen carefully, you'll notice there's no laugh track in the operating room scenes in MASH, which just goes to prove the old saying, laugh and the world laughs with you. Laugh in the OR and you're a prick. All right, pick a category. Today's specialties include murder is like a box of markers. You get it right, you get $2K. Hope you're hungry. It's question time. If Crayola released a box of markers based on the colors used to write on the board in Homicide, Life on the Streets, which colors would they include in the box? Black and white, black and red and green, or raw umber and teal? On that board in the Homicide squad room, open cases are written in red ink, and cases that are solved are written in black ink. But they'll probably include some other colors in the box, too. You know, the ones that the cops can use just for sniffing. Give me a category. Shake hands with Bart 100 times Bart. We're playing for $3,000 this time. Think fast, it's question time. Which of these phrases has Bart Simpson not been forced to write on the chalkboard at school? I will not do that thing with my tongue. I did not bury Jimmy Hoffa. Bart's had to write a lot of things on that chalkboard, but he never claimed to have buried Jimmy Hoffa. Of course, Bart didn't bury Jimmy Hoffa. Danny DeVito did. In that movie he made. Nobody saw that? All right, I need a category. May I introduce Bars on Mars. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Get the wax out of your ears, it's question time. What ingredients would you find in an Alien Nation Boilermaker? Beer and a shot of blood, beer and a shot of curdled milk, beer and a shot of salt water, or beer and a shot of warm urine? Sorry, my friend, but the aliens from Alien Nation are afraid of salt water, which means no margaritas either. Salt around the rim to kill them. I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. In that TV show Alien Nation, sour milk gets the aliens drunk. You ought to see what happens when they get a hold of some rotten fruit and leftover Chinese. Okay, you made it through one round. Let's see what happens in round 2. Let's do it. Now in round 2, every question is... Time to pick a... Coming at you, parallel bars of soap. 4K coming your way for a right answer. Hey, you know that one soap opera theme song called Nadia's Theme? You know it was originally called Cotton's Theme? Yeah, they changed it in '76 after Olympic gymnast Nadia Comaneci used it for her gymnastic routine. I'm telling you the truth. Based on the soap opera that uses Nadia's theme as its theme song, what might soap fans have expected to see at the '76 Summer Olympics? A loving Romanian gymnast, a bold, beautiful Romanian gymnast, a young, restless Romanian gymnast, or... Nadia's Theme is the theme song for the young and the restless. Will Nadia defect to the U.S.? Will love come to a dead halt like Nadia on a perfect dismount? Stay tuned to the young and the restless Romanian gymnasts. category. I believe this one is called Unemployed and Bored. Sit up straight. This one's going to be worth $6,000.
Previously on You Don't Know Jack TV.
Parallel bars of soap. Yeah, they changed it to Nadia's theme in 1976. Which would soap fans have expected to see? The theme song for The Young and the Restless.
And now,
what was the original title of Nadia's theme?
Previously on You Don't Know Jack TV.
Yeah, did you know it was originally called Cotton's theme? So, I guess you do know. Or remember me telling you. Or maybe you made a good guess. Yeah, you know, whatever. It's all the same to me. Give me a...
15!
Here we have Swimming with the Enemy. $2,000 for a correct answer. See if you can wrap your skull around this. If you went swimming on China Beach, for which of these would you have to watch out? Being ripped off by crooked businessmen, being spotted by North Vietnamese spies, being revived by buxom lifeguards, or being run over by speeding... You should watch out for being revived by buxom lifeguards? Oh yeah, I'd hate that. Should have picked this one. China Beach takes place in Vietnam during the Vietnam War. The problem with trying to get a tan on China Beach is if the ultraviolet rays don't get you, the Agent Orange certainly will. All right, pick a category. Hey, stress cut with lime sword.
It is time for our tribulations.
One gibberish category coming up. Buy my new and improved bathroom cleaner. The opening value of this gibberish question is $10,000. Now, as soon as you know the answer, you buzz in and start typing, because I'm going to take away some of that cash every second and a half. Okay, take a look at this and tell me, with what famous TV phrase does it rhyme? It's rowdy booty. It's all yours. Type in the answer. Nice job. You really know your duty. Throw me a cat. All right, give it up for NBC and the Valley of the Fat Beats. How does $4,000 grab you? You know, it's really sad that not many rappers give their props to the old school king, former Today Show host Dave Garroway. Because he always closed the Today Show this way. What phrase shows that Dave Garroway was down for the real? Courage, and we out. Peace, or that's the way it is. I'll tell you what, this will be our little secret. The correct answer is... Dave Garroway, the original host of the Today Show, used to close out the show with a simple peace, but not before sending a shout out to his main man, DJ Fred Muggs. All right, I need a category. Let's take a look at Rich Man, Poor Man, Denim Man, Acid Wash. Heads up, this one's going to be $6,000. Okay, you remember ABC's groundbreaking adaptation of Rich Man, Poor Man? Yeah, well, based on the name of the family featured in the miniseries Rich Man, Poor Man, what might viewers say while watching Peter Strauss and Nick Nolte as the lead characters? Excuse me, are those Bugle Boys? Levi's stretch. Ooh la la sasson. Or they've got the Jordache look. This is going down on your permanent record. Let me show you what I would have picked. Rich Man, Poor Man follows 2 decades in the life of the Jordache family, which is a happy coincidence because Peter Strauss and Nick Nolte have bodies that were made for designer jeans. And hey, I don't care what you think, there's no denying a great package. Category, please. Well, what do we have here? That's an L of a sweater. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Okay, let's say you're a waiter at a fancy restaurant and you're serving a romantic dinner to Laverne DeFazio and her date, Alf. In order to impress Laverne, Alf orders her favorite. Laverne's favorite drink is milk and Pepsi, and Alf considers cat a delicacy. And I'm guessing that they'll each get up from the table with a milk mustache and hair between their teeth. Yeah, that's attractive. Time to pick a category. The category, chain smokers and pablum pukers. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. Okay, for those of you who think I'm a little too harsh when you choose stupid answers, you're a bunch of wussies. Now, Morton Downey Jr., he's harsh. Suppose a company chooses to capitalize on Morton Downey Jr.'s favorite retort. Which of these catchphrases might you expect to see in a commercial? Quiet down, you! With Calgon. Get out of town! On Greyhound. Sit on it! Or lie back, it's a lazy boy. Or zip it, pal! With Ziploc baggies. You're embarrassing me. Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? You could always rely on Morton Downey Jr. to end a dialogue he didn't like with, "Zip it, pal!" Although since Ziploc baggies keep things fresh, I really doubt if they'd hire a spokesperson who went stale so fast. All right. Let's have a big warm welcome for Preview Channel. If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Let's see how you handle this one. Because his show is set in the decade that saw the first issue of TV Guide, whom might you see flipping through a copy? Haas from Bonanza, Theo from The Cosby Show, Kevin from The Wonder Years, or Mr. C from Happy Days? No, but that would make a great episode.
Dad and I read that TV Guide and watched the tube all night long. And it was the first time I saw him, not just as my father, but as a brainless, drooling TV addict.
For the curious, here's the right answer. The first TV Guide came out in 1953. You know, the Happy Days. So you might see Mr. Cunningham walking from Milwaukee to Chicago and slapping down $50 for a single-paged, waterlogged pamphlet just to find out what was playing between the hours of noon and 5 on his 3-channel black and white TV set. Give me a category. The category is one or the other. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Okay, suppose the FCC cracks down on the illustrator of the Cosmic Cow comic for drawing the cow with an obscene udder. Considering the TV show Cosmic Cow is from, what complaint was made to the FCC? Those teats are too close for comfort. In Too Close for Comfort, Henry Rush is a cartoonist who worries that Cosmic Cow's udder is offensive. I don't know. I don't see how anybody could complain. Cosmic Cow's udder was so nice and plump and pink and had those 4 great teats. Oh, yeah. Throw me a category. It's attack time. See what you can do with this clue. It's always about you, isn't it? Especially right now. Good luck. Except competition and a really good score. You know, maybe your friends were right when they told me.
You don't know Jack! Beautiful! Very nice work, people. Hey, Raul, what's up? Are we doing another one of these?
Man, look at these dishes everywhere.
Well, you're on the high scoreboard there, player. That's really exciting. You want to play again? All you have to do is give me the word.
Why didn't you tell me?
Hey, get away from the deli tray. We're gonna. Okay, Angels. Charlie's got another assignment for us. Come on, let's jiggle those buns. Let's go.
And now climbing up the charts all the way to #1.
We're calling this one Keeping Violence in the Home. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. All right, I'm guessing this won't be too much of a stretch. Say you're completely insane and decide to make a death weapon from the parts inside a standard US TV. Considering the inner workings of the set, what might your weapon be called? Not counting them modern flat-screen TVs, the pictures in a standard TV are created by a cathode ray tube. So now that you have your death ray, all you need is a super secret supervillain hideout. Hey, maybe you can use the box the TV came in. All right, I need a category. This category is known as, at least he's not named Doogie. You get it right, you get 2K. Okay, this is a fill in the blank, so buzz in and start typing when you know the answer. Now, what is that character's nickname? Can you help me out here? It's a one-word phallic nickname. Come on.
I got confused.
Too bad you didn't type this. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I always thought Boner was sort of a stiff, but a real stand-up guy. Yeah, the hits just keep on rolling. Category, please.
We're losing him, Doctor.
On my count. 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
This one's called It Would Have to Be on a Premium Channel. $3,000 for this one. Heads up, here it comes. If there were an Alien Nation spin-off that focused on the newcomers' reproductive practices, what would it be called? Father Knows Breast, Make Room in Daddy, My Three Dads, or America's Funniest Home Videos? Hey, Three Dads is not weird, okay? It's thrice the love, my friends. Why didn't you pick this one? Those disgusting freaks in Alien Nation transfer their babies from the mama's belly to daddy's in the third trimester. And if that's not fodder for a sitcom on the WB, I don't know what is.
Spotless window, shining floor, do it all with number 4.
For your enjoyment, feeling snappy? How does $2,000 sound? Okay, everybody's heard of the Clapper, right? Well, let's pretend they come out with a very similar product called the Snapper. And here's the genius. Instead of clapping, you snap. Who would you most likely see rolling over in bed to turn off the lights with the Snapper? Larry and Balky from Perfect Strangers, Sam and Al from Quantum Leap, Doogie and Vinny from Doogie High. Blaine and Antoine are the men on film movie critics, and when they like a movie, they always give it 2 snaps up. The unfortunate thing is that whenever those two watch The Addams Family, the lights go off and on all over the house like a freaking airstrip. Give me a Uh-oh, fresh slut tits eyesore.
It is time for a supervision.
Grab hold of this gibberish category. Coming out in the backwoods. I'm going to open the value of this gibberish question at $5,000. Okay, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this thing, but every second and a half, I'm going to take some of that cash back. All right, take a look and tell me, with what TV term does this gibberish phrase rhyme? Get you, gay son, mama me. And don't let that make me proud typing your answer. Oh, well, isn't that original? You're just going to type that in over and over. Old man, I thought, will you please,
put some of this talc on my bottom.
Yo, will you get your ass out of my face?
Come on,
I can't breathe.
I'm chafing.
Chafing? I'll give you chafing. Come here.
No.
You want, there's your bottom, huh? There.
Daddy, come on. Stop it. You haven't done anything to their score yet.
Don't worry about their score, old man. It's not original anymore, typing that in. That's right, you're hiney. Now, get out of the booth. Yeah, that's right. Shut up. Okay, let's get back to the game. Yeah, it's every actor's dream to one day star on a Get You Gay Son Mama Me. I guess they had to abbreviate it to sitcom so that the TV-watching public wouldn't lose interest before the phrase was over. Throw me a cat.
Tonight's topic, 6 in the workplace.
Open wide and get ready for Hi Bob. $1,000 if you get it. Okay, now I want you to concentrate and tell me the answer to this analogy. Frank Bartles is to Ed James as Larry from Newhart is to Dick Loudon, Tom Poston, the Darrells, or Vermont. No, Tom Poston played George on Newhart. He also makes my favorite breakfast cereal, Tom Poston Raisin Bran. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. Frank Bartles always speaks for his silent partner Ed, and Larry Newhart always speaks for his brother Daryl and his other brother, Daryl. And I think I speak for all of them when I say that wine coolers are for sissies. All right, I need...
I get the feeling you've been jacked before. See if you can work with this clue. Who signs your secret paycheck? Now let's see what you end up with after taxes. Bye-bye.
Stink, but you wouldn't have to agree with me. Oh, and while I'm pouring salt in the wound...
You don't know Jack!
All right, that's one more in the can, folks. Hey, Raul, what's happening?
Way to go, player. Not only did you make the highest scoreboard, you knocked somebody else off it. Way to go. Hey, you want to play again? Tell the band they're not going anywhere. We've got... Okay, everybody, we're not out of the woods yet. We're going again. Come on, let's go.
Category.
And now climbing up the charts all the way to number 1.
Let's see what we got going. Stereotyping isn't just easy, it's fun. Get this one right, you get $1,000. One question coming right up. Suppose Fred Sanford is yelling for Pat Morita's character on Sanford & Son. If Lamont hears Fred yelling, what might he think his father needs? A football, a bandage, a tissue, or some sunglasses? On Sanford & Son, Pat Morita played a guy named Achu. Boy, now there's a recipe for wacky fun, huh? Especially with that new German character, Gesund Heit. Time to pick a category. Shake hands with Flying Solo. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Hey, do you remember in The Empire Strikes Back when Han Solo gets frozen in that carbonite stuff? Well, if the rebels want to find another Solo to fly the Millennium Falcon, one of the two agents and the man from U.N.C.L.E. is Napoleon Solo. And his partner is that Russian guy, Ilya screw it. I'm calling him Chewbacca. All right.
We're losing him, Doctor. On my count. 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
All right, give it up for Big Blue. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Put your head between your knees, because we're going down. If you were to play marbles with the Big Blue Marble, with what would you be playing? Big Blue Marble. It's a kids show about other parts of the world. They call it that because from space, the Earth looks like a big blue marble. That's right. You know what sucks, though? When God knocks it out of the circle, you get earthquakes and an ice age. What's that? Give me a category.
Spotless window, shining floor, do it all with number 4.
Let's take a look at Damn Yellow Pages, $2,000 for a correct answer. All right, give me your best shot. Based on how Agnes DePesto from Moonlighting answers the phone at the detective agency, what service might customers think they've called by mistake? Dial a joke, dial a mime, dial a poem, or dial a foreign country. Agnes DePesto generally answers the phone with a poem. Unfortunately, not too many things rhyme with Agnes. Throw me a category. Well, I hope you're all rested up because you're about to take on a Dis or Dat. And this Dis or Dat questions category is plot lines as old as yesterday's news. Now, I'm going to read off 7. All right, Charles in charge. You think you know the rules? I'm just going to put 30 seconds on the clock. It's showtime. Jason from Growing Pains, wife or reporter or not? Steven, Major Dad. George, the greatest American. Hayden, one more. Clark, that'd be 7. Hey, you got 4 right. Great job of guessing. Let's throw that onto your total. Well, it's better than losing, Mutt. Category, please.
Tonight's topic, 6 in the workplace.
Coming at you. Who's your daddy? Is he gone like me? You're looking at $3,000 on this one. So you know how the 80s song Billie Jean says, "The kid is not my son"? Because the father on this TV show isn't really a father, for which of these shows would it be appropriate to have Billie Jean as a theme song? Make Room for Daddy, The Courtship of Eddie's Father, Bachelor Father, or Father Knows Best? Father may know best, but clearly you don't. So you don't lose any sleep over it. Bachelor Father, an unmarried father on 50s TV? Hardly. Bentley Gregg is Kelly's uncle. You know, Bentley should give up his bachelor attorney's life and settle down. You know, get married, have a baby, buy the bones of the Elephant Man. All right, It's attack time. Open wide and swallow this clue. But my TV surname is... Now let's see if your name is gonna be Mud. Bye-bye. Circle and your parents are aiming a camera at you screaming,
"You don't know Jack!" Great show, everybody. Lovely work as usual. Raul, hon, what's going on now?
Hey there, player. Congratulations on making the heist. Oh, you want another game? Okay. Hey, everybody, come on. We're in action. We are rolling. We're going back into the game.
Time.
And now, climbing up the charts all the way to number 1.
Here we have... How many boring speeches would that be? You give me a right answer, I'll give you $3,000. Put it in gear, because here we go. Let's say the show that received over 100 Emmy nominations decided to include a character named Emmy in its cast. Which of these scenarios might we see? Sam Malone sleeping with Emmy 100 times. Lassie rescuing Emmy from a well 100 times. Corporal Klinger taking 100 dresses from Emmy. Or Emmy taking 100 shots at Dallas's JR. Ow, burning, burning, burning! You want to see what the smart money says? Cheers received over 100 Emmy nominations. So Mr. Malone would sleep with Emmy 100 times. And for the rest of the episode, they'd both walk funny. Give me a category. Today's specialties include a virtual reality check. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. So virtual reality might be all the rage with the computer geeks in Silicon Valley, but did you know it was invented in Cincinnati? Many people consider WKRP newsman Les Nessman a pioneer in the field of virtual reality. Which of the following virtual items do we not see Les Nessman using on the show? A virtual traffic helicopter, a virtual news van, a virtual... When he reads the news, Les uses an actual microphone. Yeah, you can fake your way through a lot in life, and sister, I am living proof of that. But you cannot broadcast on the radio without a real mic. You got it, Marconi? All right.
We're losing him, Doctor.
On my count. 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
I believe this one is called Cliff's Notes You Don't Even Have to Read. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, remember how psyched you were in school when they made you read a book that was already a movie? Yeah, don't talk to me about it, I know. Since one of its most famous episodes is done entirely in verse based on Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew, which show could kids watch instead of reading some dumb play? Designing Women, Moonlighting, Miami Vice, or 30-something? Designing Women and Taming of the Shrew? What is that, supposed to be some kind of mean crack about Delta Burke? Does this ring a bell? There's this episode of Moonlighting that's filmed all in verse, and it's based on Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew. And for all you parents and teachers out there getting ready to write letters of complaints, bring it on, baby. Throw me a category.
Spotless window, shining floor, do it all with number 4.
May I introduce, we're just looking for a few good sports. We're playing for $3,000 this time. Hey, you know how the armed forces are always looking to implement cutting-edge technology? Well, if the U.S. Army and Navy decided to implement the technical innovation first used during the telecast of their 1963 college football game, what would you expect to see? Sports instant replays were first used during the 63 Army-Navy football game. Now, if the military could figure out how to make Dick Vitale shut the hell up, that would be an impressive technical accomplishment. All right, I need a category. All right, flesh, butt, spits, I'm poor.
It's time for activities.
Let's see if you can make some sense out of this gibberish category. The facts about purging. What do you say to $5,000 to start this gibberish question off? Now check this out. As the time disappears, so does the money. So the sooner you buzz in, the better. All right, get ready and tell me what this rhymes with. No bull, smarmy purge, it'll toss piddle. And don't be confused. Yeah, do it. Start typing. Oh, well, that's really cute. Third time's a charm, my friend. You know what? I'm out of here. I'm taking my game, and I'm shutting you down. You're not going to play anymore. Shut up, old man. That's my game, and they're not going to play anymore. If all you can do is sit there and type in nasty words to me. Now, don't be trying to hit the keys, because I told you I'm quitting this game, and there's nothing you can do to avoid it. You understand me? Shut up, old man.
No, you shut up.
Don't you talk back to me.
Your temper is just like your mother.
My temper? What?
Oh.
How do you know? You don't know anything about my mother.
No, I didn't.
Did you know? What are you trying to say?
Okay, I knew your mother.
What? How did you know my mother?
Knew your mother.
What are you saying?
In France. I don't know. I had too much to drink. And
what are you trying?
No, I loved her for many hours. And she had you out of the wedlock.
Old man. Are you trying to tell me that...
Smitty.
You're trying to tell me that you are my...
Say it.
Daddy?
Son.